let's stay off my soapbox. Welcome to PrinnyCast Roundtable, a casual weekly show where we talk about what we've been up to and all the various gaming-related stuff from over the last week. Actually, it's not been very casual, the show hasn't. Anyway, we're your hosts. I'm Chris. This is Grover.
Hello.
This is Mike.
Hello.
Hopefully you can tell us all apart by our voices. And Ed is directing us through text messages over there. And I guess we'll just start off with the usual. What have we been playing this week, Grover?
Well, I started playing Clash of Clans.
Oh, no.
And this is a mobile game. This game is almost exactly like Backyard Monsters, and I put a little bit of money into Backyard Monsters, but Backyard Monsters was run by pretentious assholes that they used to be on Congregate. There's a couple of people you might have seen them at one point.
I think I played it.
And that's where I played all of it. And I put like $200 into that game. I had a really good clan. We would go and just go mess people up. We own an entire area. Then one day, I go into log of the Congregate to play Backyard Monsters. It's just not there. I'm just like, what the hell is this? The people that made Backyard Monsters pulled it off Congregate because Congregate wouldn't give them certain control to ban people for no reason that they would do on Facebook and stuff. So they just removed it from the site entirely. The main developer for the studio basically likes censorship.
Yeah.
If he doesn't like what you're saying, he would ban your account.
So in other words, he's probably getting harassed by certain players on there to fix certain glitches or something along those lines, and he didn't care for it.
Congregate was always one patch behind, which nobody cared about. They're just like, oh, we're patch behind, who cares? If you want to see what's going on in the beta, which is basically what the Facebook was, go check the Facebook one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And Clash of Clans is alright. It's basically the same thing. I'm still pretty low leveled. People are routinely attacking my base, but since I know what I'm doing, because like I said, I used to be really strong on the Backyard Monsters, they're having a hard time, but that just results in like 20 people a day attacking my base until one of them figures out how to break it down, which gives me 24 hours protection, which means by the time somebody else can attack me, I'm about twice as strong as I was before. Mm-hmm. Then I played more SimCity 3000. Not a lot, maybe like an hour. I got bored of it. I was just like, there's only so much you can do with 3000 now. I was testing myself more by saying, okay, in this game, you must add a fully functional highway system for the map. You can't just put nothing but grid line roads.
Making your own missions.
Yeah, that drove me completely crazy really, really fast. Like, within, I think, an hour, I was just like, I fucking hate highways. I hate highways so much, I hate this game. So I went to SimCity 4, and I think I played about maybe 15 hours of that, and then I spent probably another 15 hours looking for mods. Because that's, if you don't have mods, you're not playing SimCity 4. I was like, oh look, road top mass transit, you need this. This is important. Why in God's name would you not put road top mass transit in SimCity 4? Because it's just so useful. Some of the dependencies are missing. And what this means is, if you don't have all the dependencies, when you place it in the game, it has an annoying box where the object is. And you need to put these all over the road so you can see these annoying little boxes. So I asked, where can I get these dependencies? And Simtropis is just like, well, the guy that made these dependencies, he's gone, and he deleted the dependency, so it's, he has to go in and manually delete it. And I'm like, okay, how do you go and do that? And they're like, well, we can't tell you because telling you how to remove his dependency, which is against the rules because you're basically removing work. So I'm like, so I'm screwed, basically, is what they were telling me. So I just had to do the mass transit without being on the road, which was alright. It still involves placing a couple thousand bus stations, well, a couple thousand of these things, and then putting the subways, and then doing everything I normally do. And yeah, after that, it was fun for a little while, but then it was just like, that got boring too, because there's some things in that game that they fixed in SimCity 2013, and then they fixed what was wrong with SimCity 4, and they broke everything else that was working right. So the game is just a gigantic piece of shit. But yeah, we're not going to go into that because I'll talk about it for an hour.
Here's the city skylines next year, then.
Oh, I can't wait, and I pray they do it right. If they don't do it right, I'm just going to quit playing city simulators and just assume that.
Oh, you won't. You'll keep coming back, even though the ones you hate.
I know. Anyways. I played, I'm still playing a lot of World of Warcraft. I'm getting about 2 levels a day. I think I'm like level 69 now. It's,
almost there.
Yeah, quest after quest after quest after quest. I thought the Burning Crusade area has so many damn quests. I've never seen so many quests. I'm doing like 100 quests a day. And there's still hundreds of them. More to go, I'm pretty sure. Fortunately, there is experience crunch, so I'm getting levels much faster than I would have if I had started playing again like 6 months ago or so. I'd probably be like level 62 or something instead of level 69. And then I played played Words with Friends, and I haven't played that much this week just because I've been writing other stuff too, so that's usually something I do when I have a lot of free time. And that's about it. Just a couple games, but a lot of it.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of the usual suspects, with one new exception. So is that the case with you too, Mike?
Mostly. It's been a lot of Smash Brothers, a lot of World of Warcraft, and really very little of anything else. I got promoted at work, so I finally am working full-time hours again. Haven't had as much time for games. What I have been playing, though, is it's just largely composed of Smash Brothers.
Well, we knew that going in.
Lots of really cool stuff was announced by Nintendo recently in regards to Smash for the Wii U as well.
I managed to actually catch the Nintendo Direct. There were some surprises in there.
Yeah, I was surprised myself at some of the stuff, though. Really looking forward to it again. I was already planning on getting it, but if I had not been, I definitely would be now. So, I mean, it's lots of really cool stuff. I watched the whole thing, and I was actually unaware of most of the stuff that they were doing. Some of it was stuff that I knew about, but most of it, like the additional character and some of the other things, I didn't know about. So it was pretty nice to see.
Some first looks at stages nobody's ever seen before, and actually explaining the modes.
Player.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
That's crazy. So, but that's really it for me. What have you been playing?
It's been kind of a quiet week for me too. The usual Tyne-In, the usual Congregate games. Not so many of the new stuff this week on Congregate. I'm kind of behind. There's like 4 new games or so that I haven't even tried out yet. I finally got back to that Civilization 5 game and beat that yesterday, was it? Grover caught me playing it. So. But finally got that beat after about a week. It kind of tells you
It takes a long time.
How long the games are and how sparse time is to settle in with stuff like that. A lot of Second Life, I'm still ashamed to say, and I've spent more money on it, which is even worse to say.
No.
But at the same time, I'm enjoying it, and that's the important part. If you're enjoying something, then... Because as cheap as it is to get all these bundle deals, and as usually I have no buyer's remorse for them because they are so cheap, when you're getting games for like 20 cents or 50 cents, and you play them as much as the one that you're buying for $50, it's kind of hard to feel that you're wasting your money too much. But I have now over 500 games on my Steam list alone. We're not even talking Origin or Desura, the stuff that you download extra, or the console systems, which I've barely touched in a very long time. I'm just not playing a whole lot. You can tell by the games I keep listing off. Most of the stuff is like, here's 15 minutes here, here's an hour there, and it's like Witcher 2. I have not gotten back to that in several weeks. And it's not because I wasn't enjoying myself. It has some issues, but for the most part, why am I not playing it? Why am I not playing Disgaea 2? Why am I not playing more Civilizations on my own? Why am I not playing yada yada yada? I don't have good answers for that.
It's the same question as me. I guess because why aren't I streaming? Why aren't I doing YouTube videos? Who knows?
If I had better internet, I'd probably stream even if nobody even watched me. It would at least be feeling like I was contributing something somewhere. But the last on that list is War in a Box Paper Tanks, which is actually a tower defense game that I picked up in one of the recent bundles. And it'd been a while since I played a tower defense game, so I thought, oh, here we go. But it's so bare bones. It's kind of... You know, when you
they all are.
When you pay for a tower defense game, I expect something really good, like Bloons, you know?
I expect like Defense Grid, like a level of game at least. Even that's bare minimum to me.
Of course, there's a couple of them that I haven't actually played, like Sanctuary. I think that's what it's called. That's a lot like the one that I did, Kill All Orcs? That's not right. Yeah. What's the one just about everybody has and nobody plays? Dungeon Quest? I need my Steam open.
I don't know.
That's why you should put your Steam in offline mode. Other than Bloons 5, I haven't seen a really good defense game. I know someone is doing a Kickstarter one for a turret defense game now that they're praising constantly, but I'm just like, yeah, it's a Kickstarter until I actually start seeing real stuff. I'm not going to give it a second look. Star Citizen.
Well, the problem is so many of those Kickstarter games and those early alphas on Steam and Desura and stuff, they're not getting finished.
Yeah.
And, sometimes games take time. There it is, Dungeon Defenders. Okay.
Oh, I've heard of that. That's actually an alright one, I've heard.
Yeah, I actually played some rounds of it with Mark, and I was thinking you too, but did I ever play with you, Mike?
Dungeon Defender?
Okay, you're saying that like you don't have it, so...
I've never played it.
I feel like I played that with somebody else besides Mark. It's weird, but I don't know who else it would be if it wasn't you two. But yeah. Tangents! That's all I played.
Aplenty.
So, and most of Second Life, I wouldn't even say I actually played it. It was just a lot of shopping, getting some free stuff, helping other people, chatting, standing around,
winning, like playing Arcadia,
winning raffles.
Oh, raffles! I used the raffles. The hell? I don't even know about that. For a moment, my brain clicked. I was like, I should try Second Life, and I almost wanted to reach my hand, just smack myself as hard as I can across the face. Like, no,
No.
absolutely not.
That is one of those games that will spend your money. Mike knows.
Yeah.
He barely got to play that thing, and he probably spent $10 on it.
Yeah.
Between the Mega Man and the other Avatar. That was a cool Mega Man Avatar too.
It was really cool.
Second Life out. I should be very happy that I played it. I couldn't figure it out, and I abandoned it because otherwise I'd probably be living on the streets on an internet cafe in Second Life.
It could happen. It could really happen.
I've heard of it happening.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It is the only game in existence that I've ever paid into. All this DLC, all of this pay-to-play stuff, this is the first.
How much money I've blown on games. Still the highest Guild Wars. Guild Wars is I still ship people not about $750.
I still didn't know there was that much content.
Yeah.
But at least we can all agree that Tynan has the worst.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. The absurdity that I just remember they're like, well, the benefits, you're like, yeah, I hope you get benefit for paying $80,000.
Well, when you have those transaction plans of, here's $5, here's $10, here's $20. These people have one that's $250, $500, and $1,000. There's something kind of mental about that.
Oh, if you go off the site and go look around, I'm pretty sure there's a $10,000. If you spend using 10,000 ones, you only need to spend 40,000 to get rank 12.
Yeah. Woo!
Hell yes.
But interestingly enough, that's not actually our topic. Though it might be related, it's more of the oddities of indie gaming and how it's been changing all of gaming, even the AAA stuff. We've kind of talked about this sort of thing before, but I don't remember if we have a topic specifically, so I'm sorry for recovering ground here before, but it was actually something that was suggested from one of our long-time regular viewers, and it was actually meant for several weeks ago, but we've just had people missing and all that Gamergate stuff, and it just kind of got put by the wayside. So we've got all these games that have really changed the outlook of gaming as a whole. I mean, we can all agree that games like Minecraft has really changed the landscape overall because it is a platinum kind of seller game that's even on consoles now. So it's not like it was, where am I going? I don't know. I need notes. And I have.
It was the game that kind of took away, until Minecraft, you didn't make a game without a major publisher.
Mm-hmm.
Minecraft changed that and basically stuck a middle finger in the face of the big publishers and just rubbed it all over their face.
And there's been successful indie games in the past. Cave Story is probably one of the most famous early indie games there is.
I remember Cave Story.
Awesome little game. I need to play it again.
Yeah, I never beat it.
It is really fun.
Even stuff that technically aren't indie games, like Portal and Counter-Strike, those were originally made by mod teams that were hired by Valve to continue their work. So technically those are also indie games. And you can kind of see how much Counter-Strike changed the course of first-person shooters forever. I think every bit as much as Halo and Half-Life, but that's just me. I know there's people who go, blasphemy, Half-Life changed puzzle mechanics and in-game story, and Halo made it proof that you can have a really good console FPS, even though I'd point back to Perfect Dark and GoldenEye and say, yeah, wasn't that already done? But I understand where they're coming from. There was a whole lot of difference between those. Those were hard to get used to. That Nintendo 64 controller was not user-friendly, and I don't think it was just me. But at the same time, it fits so well with that little trigger finger. Anyway, off topic. Get focus.
Totally off topic.
Focus, grasshopper.